Hey everyone, Val here, and I hope you have enjoyed all of my videos from my trip. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm getting ready to cook dinner, and I'm going to be making a Mexican pizza. So I thought I'd do something a little different for dinner tonight. So I thought I'd bring you along. I'm going to use my homemade pizza dough recipe that I use all the time, and just come cook with me. I'm gonna aim you down to my bowl here and let's get started. And I am going to preheat my oven to 450. There we go. And I'm gonna put my dry yeast, and I just used one package of dry yeast here. I'm gonna put it in my bowl. I'm going to add the sugar, which is 1 teaspoon. One teaspoon of sugar. And then I'm going to do 1 cup of warm water. And I'm gonna stir this up and get my yeast activated. So we're gonna mix this up good and let it stand about 10 minutes while we get our mixture ready for our pizza topping. And I'm gonna be doing a Mexican ground beef mixture. So I'm gonna set this over onto, or over by the stove, onto the stove. I'm gonna time this for 10 minutes. It's gonna take 10 minutes. And I'm gonna start the ground beef mixture. I've got an onion. I'm gonna saute some onion up, and I'm not gonna use the whole thing. I'm just gonna use a piece of this. So we'll do about that much. Alright, that's diced up pretty good. Let me get my pan ready over here and we'll get this sauteing. Before we do that, I have a clove of garlic, and I am going to put some garlic in there too. So I'm going to dice that up a little bit. And we'll go get the hamburger cooking. Okay, we got our heat on about a medium heat here. Gonna add some olive oil to the pan and let that warm up for just a second. I'm gonna add my onions. I'm going to saute those up. When those are just about sauteed, I'll add my garlic in there. I'll just cook those up for a few minutes. That's looking good. I'm going to go ahead and throw my garlic in. And we'll just cook that another minute. We're going to add the ground beef. And this is lean ground beef, and it's a little over a pound, about 1.25 pounds. I've got some Worcestershire sauce here, and I use that pretty much all the time when I'm cooking ground beef, just to add a little bit more flavor to the beef. So we're going to brown this all the way through. I want this well done. And as soon as this gets all browned up, I'll be right back with you. It's been 10 minutes on the yeast, so the yeast looks pretty good. We're going to add our other ingredients to it. So we're going to be adding a teaspoon of salt. And I'm just using Food Lion plain salt. Alright, we got a teaspoon of salt. We got 2 tablespoons of oil. Two tablespoons, and I'm using olive oil. This is just your regular olive oil. And then we need 2.5 cups of flour. That's a 1/2 cup. 1, 1.5, 2, and 2.5. There we go. That should be good. Let's stir this up and make our pizza dough. Try not to make too big of a mess. I make this dough every time I make pizza. This is the best tasting pizza dough ever, in my opinion. I still have my meat on the stove, sauteing, cooking down, browning. Alright, we're gonna leave our dough here to rise if it wants to rise. A little bit sticky. I'm just gonna add a little bit more flour to it. And we're gonna finish up the meat mixture here. Alright, that's good. We're gonna just leave that in this bowl. Let it rise if it wants to rise. I'm going to wash my hands and we're going to finish up our meat. This was a lean ground beef, so there's not a lot of runoff on it. You know, the grease, it's not greasy at all. But I do want to get it, make sure it's cooked all the way through. It does look like it's cooked all the way through. I'm going to add about 3/4 cup of water to it. And then I have taco seasoning, and I buy it in the great big bottles because I use this if I'm making chili or any kind of taco seasoning, tacos or taco salads or any of that. So I'm just gonna put a generous amount on there, a couple heaping teaspoons of that on there, and stir it in good. The water's gonna help it to mix in with the beef and give it some great flavoring. And I'm just gonna let that saute. Turn this down to a low for about 5 minutes. Get that mixture in there nice. And we'll come back and fix it up. I have my Pampered Chef pizza stone here. I'm going to add some oil, some olive oil to it. This will help the pizza dough to spread and keep it from sticking. This works really, really well. And I've got my pizza dough. We're going to go ahead and form the crust on this. And this should cover this whole pizza stone. This one pie with this one pizza crust recipe, it makes a large pizza, covers this whole pizza stone. I just always put a little bit of flour in my hands, especially if the pizza dough is sticky. We want to try to get it as even as we can. Make a little crust on there if you want to. I don't want thin parts on it at all. So that's pretty even. Looking good. Something a little bit different. Alright, let's finish up the meat sauce. Sauce is looking good. I'm going to turn the burner off. I have some homemade salsa verde in this jar, and I'm going to pour some of that in there. And this is just green tomatoes and some jalapenos in there, and there's a little bit of onion and peppers in there. So we're going to just add some of that to our sauce, give it some flavor. And I also have some red salsa, and I want to add some of that in there too. Give this a lot of flavor. Always taste your food. That's good. Alright, let's get this pizza started. Okay, my pizza crust is looking really nice here. Let's go ahead and get our Mexican pizza put together. We're going to put all of this beef on there. That's, like I said, a little bit over a pound of beef. We're going to spread it out. This is going to be a nice, healthy pizza. Now, I haven't done this before. We do like Mexican pizza. Well, you buy them in the store, but I thought I'd try a homemade and see what happens. This is a first attempt, so we'll see. I'm hoping it's not over too much, but I think we'll be all right. I have some black olives. I do want to put black olives on it. So we're going to go ahead and just sprinkle some black olives on there too. Because Steve and I both like black olives, and that goes well with Mexican pizza. Alrighty. That's looking good, don't you think? And the last thing I have is I have some 4-cheese Mexican blend. And we'll get our cheese on there. That looks good. I hope this will turn out as good as it smells and looks. We're going to cook this on 400 degrees. Oh, it's on 450 degrees on the bottom shelf because I'm using the Pampered Chef pizza pan, or the pizza. We're going to put it on the very bottom shelf for 10 to 15 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to check it. I'll check it in about 15 minutes and we'll see how it's going. And I'll show you what it's looking like when it's done. Oh, we like cheese. Can't have too much cheese, right? Alright, there it goes. I'm sticking it in and I'm going to time it for 15 minutes. And while that's cooking, I'm going to clean up my kitchen. So the kitchen will be cleaned by the time the pizza's done, because I just have a few pans I need to wash that I used here. But I'll let you see what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, the pizza is out of the oven. Look how wonderful that looks. That was about 17 minutes. Alright, I'm going to get it on the table and let it cool a little bit. Yummy. Might need a fork for this one.
She's experimenting again.
Because look at that goodness right there. It's going to be better than any store-bought Mexican pizza you've ever had. Doesn't that look wonderful?
Yes, it does.
It does. It smells good too.
It does smell good. It smells very good.
Yeah. Yummy, y'all. Still a little warm. Shall we try it?
Yeah, why not?
It is a little warm, but it's good.
I'll give it a thumbs up.
The crust is good.
No.
The flavor is good. The Mexican flavor is good. Almost like eating a taco pizza. All right, there y'all go. Give it a try.
Better yet, tell Valerie you want to come over for dinner.
Come on over. Thank y'all for watching. Give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed and you want to. Leave a comment below. Tell me if you would try this. And remember, it's all about the adventure. Bye now.
I would try it.
Yeah. Steve likes it. Everybody will like it. Got a little kick? Yep. All right, bye y'all.